Thank you, Harry, and I'm your Huckleberry.
Well, hello and welcome into this Monday's edition of Movie News, Entertainment News, whatever we call it these days. John, do you know why I said that? I was working on our website today and we still had a lot of movie news logos kicking about and I had to clear them off. I was like, this website needs a good house clean. It really does. The housekeeping on that website.
What else needs a good clean? This fucking room.
This studio. This studio.
This studio needs a good clean. Too much fucking time being spent with a dog in it.
Yeah.
And his hairs are everywhere.
Yes, he's everywhere. He's here, there, and everywhere, as Paul McCartney would say.
Yes.
Yes, he's really
If I ever want to clone Harley, I've got a good start.
Yeah.
Because I already have multiple Harleys.
Yeah. I build snowmen. John builds furry dogs.
And he's snoring right now. Brilliant.
You could probably pick him up in the mic, actually. Is that loud? But anyway, as long as we don't hear him fart, that's the most important thing. But anyway, it's not for kids, this channel anyway. We always make sure it's not for kids. So
kids, fuck off.
Get to your bed. It's Easter holidays, but it doesn't matter. Get to your bed.
Yes, I know it's Easter holidays are fucking everywhere.
Unhinged. Yes, definitely Unhinged. Yeah,
that's what we're for Ari Aster. Really?
That's what we're talking about tonight, folks. And it's the only thing we're talking about because early reactions have come in, early reviews, I should say. And I think
I was surprised when you sent it over, Stephen. Wow, Stephen's went for a one-topic wonder.
Yeah, I think John, sometimes you need that bit more time on one thing rather than just speeding through it, you know, because it's a film that we reacted to a few months ago and we nearly get kicked off YouTube because of it.
Community strike.
Yeah, community strike. But
I put forth an argument.
Yeah, it was a well-written letter, John, I've got to say.
It was, the strike was on, it was released.
Yeah.
I
was in the sort of,
within a day.
I was in the ball camp or something doing that. Someone should do something about this.
We're swapped about.
John did. John did.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to swap about.
The beard.
I've no beard now, and you've got a beard now, Stephen. Stephen suits a beard.
We'll have to change our animated selves. I have to stick a beard on myself. You have to have a shave on it. So, but yeah, I was in the ball camp, John. When that happened, I was like, someone should do something about this. Well, John did. John wrote a stern letter to his counsellor and got it revoked.
Well, it was revoked within a day.
Yeah, they apologised and everything. It was great. Yeah.
I'll fucking strike your channel over again.
Yeah. The next time I want to hear from you guys is when we get that plaque, okay? But it's up to you guys to make sure that happens.
Yes.
Before I'm 50, please. Before I'm 50. But anyway.
3 years.
Yeah, exactly. So, come on. John, something I've noticed as well. I know we're going off on a tangent here, but I don't mind that because we're only talking about one topic, so that's allowed. Is that I noticed that most people will do this when they first come onto the show. They'll say, and remember to like and subscribe and give us your support, folks, and then they do this little graphic. We always do it at the end. Yeah. I don't know if anyone actually stays to the end.
Yeah, I think we may have to change that.
We may have to flip it.
Yeah.
So
no one does change.
My introductions will have to change.
We know that no one stays to the end because we have access to the analytics, and then certainly in the watch-alongs, as soon as it ends and it cuts to us, take my headphones off, everyone leaves.
Drops off a cliff.
We don't want to listen to these pricks anymore. We are disappearing.
Yeah,
they've just wound me up the entire watch-along. All they've did is speak.
Talk.
I'm here to see it for myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for it.
Pay for that Prime Video? Are you kidding me?
I'll just watch these pair of Scottish pricks.
John,
watching it.
We are obviously watching a watch along at the moment.
Punchayet.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I've actually forgotten the title.
I forgot the name last night as well.
I was trying to find it on Google Earth and I couldn't get a clear vision of it. I couldn't get the clear image of it.
Stephen,
obviously
I forgot the name last night and I covered my tracks by saying I was about to say Panchayet.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You forgot the name of it, you dick.
So it's not Panchayet.
Punchayet.
Yeah. I like it, and
it's a very good show.
I'm glad we can talk about it now as well because
we're one episode away from completing the first season.
Yeah, it was last week we recorded this, and we wanted to make sure we had done enough in the cans just to take the pressure off us because John and I work very hard outside of our YouTube channel, and we work very hard on our YouTube channel as well, and our website now. But we're going to talk
about producing fucking magic.
Yeah,
that website.
John, it's something that has to be done, and I've actually got an article written on this topic ready for the website because I want the website to tie in with what we're doing on YouTube as well, and so it all makes sense and it all links together, and then I can put this video that we're talking about right now onto that article and put the article link into the video. See, There we go. I robbed us, but
yes.
yeah, Beau is afraid.
First
First reaction, call it Ari Aster's most unhinged movie yet. Early reactions to Beau is Afraid are rolling in, with many calling it Ari Aster's most unhinged movie yet and praising Joaquin Phoenix's performance. John, we were very impressed with this trailer. Not just with Joaquin Phoenix's performance, but the visuals in this film are absolutely amazing, as I recall.
Yeah,
this will take you on a journey. Now, I'm not going to read the article, John.
It's
coming in from
it's a step in a different direction for Ari, I feel, in terms of the visuals.
Yeah,
He's a man who's very much been practical. Obviously, Midsummer and Hereditary, I'm just trying to press the button. It's slow motion. I was moving the can and the finger at the same time, and it felt like it was moving away. It's almost like, remember those images you used to see, those sort of mindfuck images, where it was like the never-ending staircase? That's what I was like there. I kept pushing it. It was like, I felt like David Bowie, I was about to say Bowie, in Labyrinth.
David Blaine,
yeah, in Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Sort of creating mazes and never-ending staircases for pure Jennifer Connelly.
Pure Jennifer Connelly. I had to look at that codpiece. John.
Wow. Oh,
it burns into your eyes. You can't, once you see it, it's there. It doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't. It's still ingrained in my mind even to this day. I've not seen it in about 25 years.
John, do you remember we were talking about Labyrinth 2?
Yes. Yes, I remember it very well.
Yeah.
I said something about they're bringing back Jennifer Connelly. You bring back Beau.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I just remember talking about it. I couldn't remember that though until you brought that up. But I remember we were talking about it.
You know, that conjures up memories of the Johnny Depp trial from fucking nearly a year ago now. He said something similar like that.
Yeah, were you there? That was one of the most entertainment things that happened last year for me. Anyway, I think I watched it every day for hours upon hours, just for the entertainment value.
There were a million people.
Yeah, fantastic.
Literally a million people watching it live.
I'd never been back to that YouTube channel.
Law and Crime.
Law and Crime. Never been back to it. and you know the lawyer guy that was with Depp's part of his team. I still remember his face.
Yeah, big tall guy.
Yeah,
it was like a fucking sort of extra body double for that streak of piss. The sort of lesser known comrade of Andy Dufresne in the Shawshank Redemption. You know what I'm talking about?
It looks like Walter Matthau.
Yeah. There was a few you'd read. You'd obviously
Andy. He had about 3 lines. Yeah,
you had oh god, fuck, what's he called? Dumbass. William Sadler's character.
Sadler.
Sadler.
No, that is his name, isn't it?
Yeah, Sadler.
I can't remember. I
can't remember his name either. But that guy was the sort of. There's always one that's pushed to the outside. He hangs about like a bad smell in a group. Big tall guy.
Yeah,
that's what he looked like.
There was a tiny wee guy and there was a tall guy, and they were kind of just 3 lines.
Yeah,
between
little
the two.
tiny guy. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about him as well. He's even more forgettable. Yeah. Brooks as well. Brooks is memorable. For all the wrong reasons. But yeah, I remember him. But also remember Camilla, whatever her name is. Camille. I can't remember. Clearly I can't remember. It was a great time.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot.
Good days.
And she lost again, incidentally, recently. Yeah, she lost her appeal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
her right or her attempt to quash the $1 million payment to Jonathan. So she's lost again. Fuck you, Amber.
Well, that's it. That's the relevance of this lady's. It's very slowly diminishing as we speak.
Didn't know who she was until
that
came out.
Yeah, and then she's going to disappear into obscurity again.
It's the only place for her, Stephen.
John, I'm not going to read the actual article, but we will tune in on obviously these early reviews coming in.
And we get to look at the wondrous names of all of the people, privileged few who've got to see the movie early. Incidentally, Stephen, I did go to Cineworld a couple of days ago to watch John Wick on IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
I did buy Cineworld Plus. Obviously, Unlimited it's fell into disrepair, if you like. We've not been using it as much. Need to get back into that because that does offer you early screenings of movies.
Yeah,
you can get into early showings of movies.
That's a shout, yeah.
And we need to be doing that and trying to get to see movies like this.
It's mental to think that not that long ago when we first started this, we were going to the cinema very frequently on these offers, these deals.
Yeah.
And people that were talking about in the US could not believe that the access that we could get over here in the UK with films. We didn't have limitations. It was unlimited.
You don't get unlimited access to IMAX though.
No, I can understand that though. I mean, it's a restricted.
And that's why I've let it go. Because the moment I discovered the super screen and then IMAX, what it's became now, it's fucking useless for me. That's the only way to really watch cinema for me now.
Oh yeah, most films, yeah. The likes of John Wick,
Oppenheimer.
Dune was another one that we watched. Well, that
Dune,
was the super
coming out
screen
this year. But, cannot wait to see that in IMAX. And movies like this, Stephen, to be frank, Ari Aster, who is a wizard of a director and has a real brilliant array of technical whiz kids behind the camera, cinematographers, composers, making these movies, really artistic movies.
Yeah.
And this movie, more than most, from what I've seen in the trailers, obviously, it just looks wondrous. I do hope that the sort of animated stuff we've seen where he's wished off into this almost transcendental fucking hallucinogenic world,
It's
I hope
almost.
that's something we see in the movie.
I know someone mentions it here about the Truman Show, John, but when I was watching that trailer, I was thinking this is Magical Mystery Tour crossed over with Yellow Submarine. It's very surreal. But John, Eric Anderson,
you get this guy in here to do it, don't you?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about him in a moment as well, because obviously Joker 2 is coming up as well, and we were talking about that last week. But Eric Anderson, he says, just saw Beau's Afraid at a surprise-ish screening at Alamo Draft House in San Francisco, and it's the funniest and most unhinged creation of Ari Aster's career. Imagine the Truman Show about a guy with deep mummy issues who spends his entire life being too scared to come. So there you are.
And he looks like that guy. He really does.
Wow.
Yes. Stephen, I love the posters. I want to get the poster. There's 4 variations of this character. Young kid, sort of middle-aged guy, slightly older guy, and then just an absolute batshit crazy looking Grandma Death type version of Joaquin, where he has long bedazzled sort of hair and an incredibly bushy beard. And it was conjuring up memories of Joaquin when he became a hip hop artist for a year.
That's right.
Remember that? He became a bum.
I thought it was just a wind up. I thought it's like, you remember the Beastie Boys had that 19-year running joke or whatever it was. I thought he was doing the same thing.
With the ring?
Yeah.
Oh, that was epic. Fucking brilliant.
I thought Joaquin Phoenix was doing the same thing.
That was great. He put the ring in his backpack and it's the same ring.
Yeah.
Was that who was it that did that?
It was they did it on your man that passed away. Yeah, I can't remember
his name.
Yeah, I'm blanking on the name, John. Every time we do live, I'm
we turn into dementia riddled fuckers.
Yeah.
Courtney Howard, Stephen, shall I read this? Would you like me to be the cat?
We'll take turns. That's a good idea.
Lula Mabel. Ari Aster's Beau's Afraid is a daring mix of humour and horror. Part gorgeous, existential nightmare fuel, part pitch black comedic odyssey. It's an outstanding pillar of artistic genius. If you're not left hyperventilating, you better check your pulse to make sure you're not dead. Why? The beauty is I can check my pulse at all moments because I do have an Apple Watch on, tracking the eye's pulse. And there is moments where I do feel I'm actually dead. Sitting at football with a heart rate of 49. So you're meant to be excited and my heart's not even in the 50s. So I probably won't be hyperventilating, Courtney, but I'm well on board for what she's saying here. Pitch black comedic odyssey. Love it. Nightmare fuel, existential stuff. That's Ari Aster all over. And artistic genius. I just says it. The man is a fucking wizard, an absolute pioneer when it comes to what he does with his movies. I can't think of anybody else doing what that man's doing with his movies in the modern game. I genuinely can't. There must be someone out there who's doing it, but no one delivers movies quite as disturbing and is just brilliantly balanced as Ari.
Yeah,
they're slow burn. They're usually a sort of trial of patience, which is something I'm always trying to get more of. Patience. I'm a very impatient person at times, but you go and watch this guy's movies in the theatre and you're blown away time and again. Albeit only know of 2, Midsommar and Hereditary.
The thing about those 2 films, John, is it takes you away from the real world. It really does, and I expect the same from this. I very much expect this to be that case. But just going back to talking about Joaquin Phoenix as well, John, and we mentioned that obviously Joker 2 is well on its way, and I can't wait to see that. I thoroughly enjoyed his performance in the first movie. But the thing is, when it comes to an actor like Joaquin Phoenix,
he's done 10 movies. That's on me.
He went into acting to do films like this, not to do Joker films, because we know he's good at doing them, but what I mean is that his method of acting is suited to these type of films as well. I read an article earlier today that he actually collapsed playing, like doing this role, preparing for it. He actually fainted.
Really, I think he collapsed doing Joker as well. He was that emaciated, that thin.
Yeah, that's why
why
I'm happy he's doing Joker 2. But what I'm trying to say is that I thought it was going to be a one and done with him, because he's not the type of actor that goes into doing sort of big franchises and sticking with them. So I was very surprised that he came back to do a second one. But I think as long as he's doing films like this, in between those films, we'll always get good Joker films, and I hope he does a third one as well. But
I'm desperately trying to find that movie that he did. Actually, there was
Joaquin Phoenix,
there was a movie he did a couple of years ago. I'm not saying it's on this level.
Yeah,
obviously, Her is the one that stands out. Walk the Line's another one that stands out, but that's different. It's not really this dive into the human condition, dive into a sort of strange, outcasted person. Was it you never really were here? You were never really here.
You were never really here. Yeah,
you were never really here. I think that's the one. Where, missing girls for a living. Girl gets, I think, kidnapped and put into this sort of paedophile ring. He tracks her down.
I think that film's on our reviews.
Yeah, I think it may have been me that reviewed it, Stephen. He was sublime, and you're absolutely right. These kind of movies where he can dive right into a character, unconventional figure, and make it just pop. He's just a brilliant, brilliant actor. Yeah, and I'm so glad he did get that Academy Award a couple of years ago, because he deserves it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for all the sort of humdrum that came after the film came out, which I was very surprised about, and we talked about that last week about the whole, it's just a remake, it's just inspired by such and such films, but I'm thinking Wizard of Oz.
Exactly what's in my head there. Wizard of Oz. Just expecting a little dwarf to be dangling off a tree in the background. But I've got this here, this nightmare fuel.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah.
Someone cutting the lawn in a fucking astronaut suit by the looks of it. That's Ari Aster for you.
Yeah, strange.
Anyone that's seen anyone that's seen Hereditary with the sawing scene?
Megan Navarro says A24's April Fool's Day's prank, instead of screening Midsummer, the director's cut, we got Beau is Afraid. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
What a demented, imaginative and darkly comical odyssey through guilt and repression.
See that word there, demented, I love it.
Yeah, this is from Haunted Meg.
Demented.
A24 as well, John.
Steve, we've spoke about that studio. They're just
everything.
They are modern day independent cinema for me. They are doing what the likes of Fox Searchlight, I think it was. Yeah. Spotlight was a paedophile movie. Because we were speaking about that, you were never really here. Clearly that's in my head today. Obviously Spotlight, I think it was the Boston Globe, wasn't it? They were tracking down Catholic Church and stuff like that. Great movie. Watched that as well. But it's nothing to do with A24. Fox Searchlight, they were also delivering, even after the merger with Disney, they delivered movies like Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit. They push the envelope, they do something different. A24 do that on steroids though, and they're just, you go and look at their back catalogue of movies they've released in the last 10 years. Just John, sublime.
Up to 2 years ago, we were actually saying about A24 that, they don't mind having a flippity flop every now and again.
No, it's like Blumhouse with the horrors.
Yeah, and Blumhouse as well. But everything that's coming out from A24 is gold every time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to bring it up just now. You bear with me. Yeah. We're going to get these random Fleetwood Mac stories coming up. Yeah, you're probably not going to see this, but this is a list of the movies they've did, and it's fucking absolutely insane. The Witch, obviously Robert Eggers. Ex Machina, one of those iconic movies that's becoming more relevant. Green Room. Yeah. That was another one I loved, great horror movie. Loved that. That was Anton Yelchin, I think Patrick Stewart, I always want to say Swayze, I don't know why. The Lobster, another great movie, Colin Farrell, I think that was. Swiss Army Man, Paul Dano, Daniel Radcliffe, the two Daniels, who are new Oscar winners as well. It's just unbelievable. You go through the list, Moonlight, Oscar winning movie, even Supersonic, brilliant documentary. Yeah. Just incredible movies these guys are putting out time and time again. It Comes at Night was another one. Yeah. Was that the one with your man who plays Uncle Owen? I was Joe Edgerton. That was another good movie. I liked that. The list is endless. You go through the list. Ladybird, The Killing of a Sacred Deer. That was the one with fucking blanking on his name. Terrible. New Joker. Why am I Barry Keoghan? Great movie. The list is just endless. They're different, zany, eccentric movies for brilliant filmmakers. Hereditary, just brilliant.
Yeah,
they're a great studio.
As you said, the list goes on, John.
It does go on.
You could just pick out these ones and
Uncut Gems and Fabric.
Uncut Gems, yeah.
That was the last Daniel Day-Lewis movie, wasn't it? Was that one?
I think it was, yeah.
Right, no, yeah, maybe talking shite. No, I'm talking shite.
Was it not? What was it called then? Can't remember.
Something like that anyway.
Yeah.
Something Fabric.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I digress, didn't matter. That was a great movie as well. A Green Knight, never seen that, but apparently amazing. It's just like you could go off everything everywhere all at once. They make great movies, so it should be no surprise that this movie's in there. People are gushing over it, and it's Ari Aster and it's Joaquin Phoenix. You expect these movies to be sublime when they've got their fingerprints all over it.
Definitely, yeah.
But shall I go into the next one? Shabazz, the movie podcast. Lucky bastard. He's got a movie podcast and he's getting early access to Beau's Afraid. We are doing something fucking wrong here, let me tell you. This is what I had to say, is a dazzling, haunting trip that lingers on the mind. He's shouting it. A deep dive into mother-son relationships that will have you laughing and frightened. Ari Aster has done it again with his trademark style that will have you in awe. Joaquin Phoenix will keep you guessing. Again, you've got the crazy visuals, you've got the demented stuff going on, you've got the mindfuck stuff going on, but at the source, at the start, at the sort of centre, it's a real human story that's pertinent, I'm sure, to thousands of people around the world, and that's what makes his movie so good.
Ryan McQuaid says, Beau is Afraid is a lot to take in one sitting, but I really dug it. Ari Aster's 3-hour-long, anxiety-centric epic is all about throwing the kitchen sink at the screen and see whatever deranged paranoid things stick. Phoenix is incredible. Lupone steals the show. 3 hours long, John. I didn't realise the running time was that long. Sometimes I don't like getting into a film knowing the running time. Now I know it. Oh, no.
Yeah. Steve and I spoke about that the other day in regards to, I think it was Oppenheimer. Matt Damon revealed the Oppenheimer running time, and I says we're just conditioned now, audiences, into 3-hour movies. Avatar, John Wick, nigh on 3 hours long,
which was unthinkable 20 years ago.
That's where we are now. It Chapter 2, that felt like a fucking 3-hour movie. Movies are becoming longer and longer and longer, and I bet Tarantino wishes some of the shit he was doing in the 2000s, early 2000s, were getting done now, because people would be more receptive to it. The likes of Death House, what was it? Grindhouse, Death Proof, and obviously Planet Terror.
Planet Terror,
not Planet of Terror. That sounds like maybe an amusement or something in LA.
It sounds like a Christopher Lee film from the 60s.
Planet of Terror.
Peter Cushing.
He could have released that back to back, double matinee, and it would have probably done better now. But it's just, that's where we are. Didn't bother me, it's 3 hours long. This guy's movies are always pretty fucking long anyway. So, yeah. Shall I read the next one?
Yeah.
Tomris Laughley. These names are fake. Mother, father, always you wrestle inside the films of Ari Aster. Okay. Beau's Afraid, his most adventurous film, an unforgiving, very funny and impeccably designed existential odyssey. That's again, we've got existential odyssey. That's twice. Animation nerds will recall The Wolf House. I loved it. It's a, how shall I say, ballsy pick. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Barry Hertz says Beau's Afraid. Epically phantasmagorical. I don't even know what that means.
Phantasmagorical,
a guilt trip of a film that only a Jewish mother could love, but also me. I think it is. What is that? Sin in Dutch? I don't know. Sin Dutch. Had a trauma baby with a taxi driver that was raised by off Broadway cast Into the Woods, the very worst date movie since Midsummer. What?
Yeah, I don't know. This guy's just revealing his sort of niche fucking knowledge in film. Into the Woods. I mean, you're putting that in the same list of as Taxi Driver and Midsummer, fair place. Synodoche, if that's how you say it, Syndoche.
I don't know how to say that.
I feel like I have to. Yeah, I have to copy and paste. There's a little dog here. What is that?
Yeah, John, that's
the fuck?
That's been trying to. I don't know what it is.
What the fuck is that?
It's on everyone's. I don't know what it is.
I'm like, did that change my profile picture?
I don't know what it is.
A fucking dog. Is this not even a film, man? What the fuck is this? It's just a fucking piece of English.
It's a piece of English, John. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I knew that part. Yeah, but I didn't know what it meant. I honestly don't know what it means.
I don't know.
It's a figure of speech.
Yeah, figure of speech, yeah. Well, Barry Hertz has taught me something today. Thank you for that, Barry.
Yeah.
You've not taught me
Dictionary
much.
boy.
Yeah, you've not taught me much about Beau's Afraid, though, because phantasmagorical, what the fuck does that mean? You are a shyster, Barry. Take that boot. I bet you paid for that blue tick. You're boosting that, aren't you?
That's blue, isn't it? They call it Twitter blue.
You're never fucking... You're not a... What is it they call it?
Certified.
No, there's a term for it, a sort of historical, something like that.
Alright, yeah.
Tick.
A legacy tick.
Legacy
yeah. It
tick.
could be a legacy one, to be
There's
fair.
no way.
Yeah.
Ryan Latanzio. Beau's Afraid is kind of stunning, question mark. Are you asking us? Right, Ryan, have you seen the fucking movie, mate? Have you seen it? Is it stunning? Kind of stunning, question mark. Why are you asking us, dickhead? I don't have much else to add right now. Not got anything to fucking add. You're asking us if the movie's stunning. You've seen it. There's a usage of Mariah Carey that people are going to lose their minds over, and that probably accounted for 1/35 of the budget. Thank you for that, Ryan.
Thank you. Jesse Joho, good name. Just saw Beau's Afraid. So glad filmmakers like Ari Aster can exist. One of the most grueling, unpleasant, horrible 3 hours of my life. Need about 2-3 business months to figure out where I like it or I hate it with every fibre of my being. Well,
That's
got you thinking then.
That's Ari Aster movies summed up one.
Yeah.
People either really love them or they despise them.
That's what Ryan Johnson's tried to get to with his films. He's not quite there though.
In time though, everyone tends to come round to it and love it once their brain. Some people are more intelligent than others and get it in the first sitting. Some others not so much.
Yeah. Great hair, by the way, Jess.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah.
The way I would style my hair if I had it. That colour as well.
Yeah.
I'm just taken on by, I'm thinking back to fucking my name now, naming that character. Sort of out there character. Only a Korean could get away with that though. If I tried that, I'd look like a Tajo. Daniel Baptista, again, the movie podcast. Again, I need to see how many. I'm going to click on it right now. How many fucking followers has this guy got?
It's his birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Daniel.
1,000 followers.
Yeah.
The movie podcast. Maybe we're clicking on the wrong thing. To be fair, ET. Entertainment. Seen on entertainment. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Still, podcast is fucking teeny. He's getting access.
So bad.
Oh, fuck. This is the type of person that
John,
gets correct to Rotten Tomatoes.
I could not imagine you're in a red cap.
Yeah, I changed my tone though, Stephen. This is just the relaxed me in front of a camera. I'd become very professional, very prim and proper.
Elegant,
I can speak the Queen's English better than the vast majority of people out there. Rest assured I have quite the vocabulary when one wants to use it. I just don't like to divulge the full range of my vocabulary when I'm sitting in front of this camera. It's like Billy Connolly says, nothing quite expresses your thoughts and your mind better than fuck. Beau's Afraid is a chaotic and anxiety-inducing trip that hasn't left my mind. Ari Aster has created an odyssey of madness that will have you second-guessing every frame. Joaquin Phoenix is as captivating as ever. This one we'll be analysing for a very
That's what we were just saying, wasn't it?
time. I think these guys have just went to this one at the start and they're just plagiarised.
They've not really
I don't think any of them have seen this movie because they're all using Odyssey and fucking black comedic Odyssey. I think they're all just plagiarising the first two. They're the only ones that have seen it. The rest of these people are all shysters. They're at it. Is there any more? There's a couple more.
Yeah. Anthony the movie podcast again. Beau's Afraid takes you on an epic and intense adventure that relentlessly taps into your fears, anxieties and unresolved maternal issues. It challenges your perception of reality and leaves you grappling with feelings of guilt and sorrow. Beautifully shot, a must watch in IMAX. Guess what, Anthony? My life is a peach. I have got no issues maternally or guilt or sorrow. I love life and I've enjoyed my life so far without any regrets. So you're talking shite,
what is a
friend.
maternal issue anyway? What the fuck does that even
mummy
mean?
or daddy issues, I would say.
Okay.
I got on great with my mum and dad. So
yeah, so they are. Yeah, it's very straight. I don't know, maybe.
Well, John, maybe not the night when they didn't get your digestive biscuits.
Yeah, yeah. I need to go and get some digestive biscuits. We've got low sugar digestive biscuits in this house just now.
Yeah, that's real issues, guys.
And in my house just now because this is a studio we're in.
Yes.
My dog's not here. And that is real issues. Let me tell you. Anyone who is familiar with McVitie's digestive biscuits, the proper ones, and then tries these low-fat, low-sugar abominations, that is fucking guilt and sorrow. The moment they touch your mouth.
Go-ahead bars and they're terrible.
They've ruined biscuits. Why do they keep doing it? See if you're a tubby lard arse, you're someone with weight issues, it's you. You're the issue. It's not the sugar or the fat content in a fucking biscuit. It's you eating the whole fucking packet. Stop eating it. Stop having these power figures, these people in government, meddling in fucking classic foods. Leave it alone. Stop being a fat pig. Eat appropriately. Eat proportionately. Stop it. People like us know when to stop. At 5. Jeff, you.
5. I've never ate 5
every fucking night.
Oh
every
no,
night
that
with
made me
tea.
sick.
Two dark ones and 3 regular.
Oh wow.
Every night. I walk 10k plus a day. I can get away with it. Yeah. Stack them in the pocket on top of a can.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Jeff Ewing, Ari Aster's Beau is Afraid is a complexly layered Freudian tragicomedy. It's kind of like being sandblasted in the face with anxiety for 3 hours. This sounds horrendous.
Yeah.
I'm going to line up first night IMAX to watch it. Phoenix shines, of course, and there's a lot of brilliance to it, but I really need a massage and maybe a meditation retreat. This is what this guy does to Stephen. This is what I'm talking about. No one does it in cinema these days. I can't think of any other director who makes you come out feeling the way that Ari Aster does.
There's probably a lot, John, that try it, but they just can't do it.
I mean, no one makes you feel something at the end of a film. He has you thinking about the film for a long time. And there is ones out there. Robert Eggers is another one. Just these mainstream ones I'm going to pick up on. But Ari Aster, man, I love that. I love watching a film and being through it. Stephen, whoever directed The Father, I think he directed the stage play of The Father as well. I like movies like that where you go in and you go through a fucking roller coaster of emotions, and by the end of it you've been to hell and back.
You're shattered. Yeah, you're actually very emotionally.
But you
and
need that in
tired.
film. There's too much airy, hold your hand shite in film these days. Theme park pish. And I'm not talking about Marvel like Martin Scorsese. I'm talking about films like The Fanatic and shite like that. Just garbage. Polluting the airwaves, polluting your eyeballs when you go and watch it in a theatre if you're one of the unfortunate few who's done it. We need movies like this, well written, brilliantly directed movies with guys like Joaquin Phoenix acting their absolute asses off that you think about afterwards. When have we seen enough?
I think there's only 2 left or something like that.
Carlos Aguilera.
Yeah, Aguilera. Yeah, Carlos film. I really dug Ari Aster's Beau's Afraid. It's an uncomfortably hilarious epic of the mind. If I can add something others might not talk about it, is that it's striking animation, and it was done by Chilean director duo Joaquin Cosina and Cristobal Leon, who made The Wolf House.
Sort of talking about
yeah. The Wolf House,
Yeah, I love the animation. I think it's great. Just what it does. You're going on a journey with this guy.
Yeah.
Potentially spiralling into
That's a great shot.
Madness.
Yeah.
And I says that during the reaction, and someone says, I can't believe you says that. And I was getting a little bit concerned. Then we get a community strike, and I'm like, have I said something?
Yeah.
And I had to go back and watch it, and I didn't.
I thought it might have been something we said that was maybe controversial, which I don't think we are. That
just says he was demented looking and seemed to be spiralling into madness. And
I think it was just a mistake. It had to be.
They're saying.
Yeah.
They're all saying the same thing. Stephen, with fingers on the pulse when it comes to reactions, we get it.
Yeah.
We got it with Parasite, we get it with everything. But we're switched on.
Apart from like, the guy with the red t-shirt on is very good at spotting things, apparently.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Take that as praise.
Yeah.
Mary Beth McAndrews sounds Scottish. I'm going to click on that name and find out she's Scottish. Beau is Afraid is the best representation I've seen of intrusive thoughts and how they rule your life. Ari Aster's latest is a neurotic hero's journey told like a perverted Wes Anderson style nightmare. Darkly hysterical with so many incredible details. I like that line, perverted Wes Anderson style nightmare. As someone who loves Wes Anderson, that's fucking brilliant. Ari Aster meets Wes Anderson, meets intrusive thoughts, meets a neurotic hero. This sounds brilliant, Steve. It really does sound very, very good. I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm going to think. No, she's from Washington.
She's
just a kid-on Scottish person then. Well, fair enough.
That's very
Mary Beth.
Sounding, Mary Beth
McAndrews.
From Cowdenbeath.
She'll have done some sort of fucking My 20 or 23andMe and discovered she's really related. She's a long-lost relative to fucking Robert the Bruce.
Yeah, or Mary Queen of Scots.
Mary Queen of Scots, or Duncan of Clan Robertson.
Yeah, Duncan Donuts.
I'm linked to Duncan of Clan Robertson, incidentally, so get that fucking
Chris
right up you.
Evangelista says Beau is Afraid is a Freudian hell ride, here's that word again, with more background sight gags than a classic episode of The Simpsons. Weird, wild stuff. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with those weird episodes of The Simpsons that we all loved, the Treehouse of Horror episodes.
Yeah.
very surreal and all that. I always loved them. They always stayed with me as well. Something about surreal films, though, John, and we talked about this, and just after we watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
that didn't sound right.
Yeah. Wasn't pun and
I
full.
was saying there's definitely something unhinged about this film that I like, and it's borderline lunacy. Magical Mystery Tour, we kind of hinted at as well, but there's some things in that film that kind of turn my stomach because it's too weird. The sugar and the tea thing.
The sugar?
Yeah, that and the spaghetti on the table and stuff like that. But I loved unhinged movies
So
as
was
a, in a whole.
avant-garde?
Yeah, something different,
Yeah.
something that will stay with you. And just looking at these early reviews, it looks like one of those films that's going to make you think. And that's
Well, what
you
these
need.
kind of movies do, Stephen, you'll find is the visual stimuli, the stuff they're doing with the animation, and just some of the wacky shit you're seeing. It acts as a sort of conduit to get you into the story more.
Yeah,
They use that as a way to, I don't know, maybe relax you in some strange way, or just get you into a mindset, and then they hit you like a sucker punch
yeah.
with the actual human stuff going on underneath. And we've seen that with Everything Everywhere All at Once. All of the visual crazy nonsense with Joby, was it Joby Tupacu or something like that? Obviously the Stephanie Hughes character.
Yeah.
That was just all superficial nonsense, but it was great nonsense. It was
Yeah.
funny as hell. Who doesn't like someone getting battered with an enormous dildo? Who doesn't like someone getting turned into a confetti head? The hot dog fingers. It's all visual stimuli used to relax you, and then it hits you like a fucking sucker punch. The actual family story,
Yeah.
the story of being kind, of love, it's all there below the surface. That's the best movie, Stephen. They've said this time and again. Pixar's been a master at this for 2 decades or whatever now, if not more, 3 decades. Lovely, airy visuals, stuff that will connect with a younger demographic, but there's intelligence and nuance in the story that connects with an older audience, and that's what makes them timeless. You can go back 20 years later when you're much older and enjoy it for a whole different reason. It's the same here, but it's demented. You've got crazy visuals, but you've got a real brilliant story and a superb performance by all accounts from Joaquin and that other person, Lupon.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. I'm all for A24 allowing people like Ari to do what they do, because Lord knows Disney wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
Warner Bros wouldn't allow it. The traditional studios are terrified of these kind of things. They're stuck in a rut of remakes of utter pish being put out and just multi-demographic nonsense. They want to get every single person in a theatre. They don't want to rock the boat.
People like Ari Aster and studios like A24 allow us and make sure that actors like Joaquin Phoenix still exist, and still encourage young actors out there to pursue acting instead of becoming this sort of cookie cutter into generic action films, whether it be comic book or whatever it may be, remakes, reboots, sequels, prequels, whatever, lazy filmmaking. And I think we're actually quite fortunate to be in this period where we're getting studios that can do this. The 24s. What was the other one we mentioned earlier?
Blumhouse do it with horror.
Blumhouse, yeah.
It's not really. They make great horror movies, but horror's like a fucking world into its own. Yeah, really.
But they do it. They do it, and they do it their way. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think that encourages people like Joaquin Phoenix and actors like him to continue
Obviously
acting.
Fox, Searchlight,
as
well. I think
I couldn't imagine.
Exist.
I couldn't imagine that someone like Joaquin Phoenix committing himself to doing Joker films. I think that would make him miserable if he was doing long franchises and stuff like that.
I mean, we've seen it with Keanu, haven't we? The other end of the scale, where he does the big sort of bombastic stuff like John Wick.
Yeah.
Then he goes and makes utter shite.
Yeah.
Independent movies, and they are absolute rubbish.
Keanu's,
I've seen them.
To be fair, I love Keanu, but he's not the same kind of acting calibre as Joaquin Phoenix.
Something's happened with Keanu in these John Wick movies, because I'm just off the back of seeing John Wick 4 and I loved it. It's an incredible movie, man. It's the best John Wick movie for me. It's certainly outside the first one. It's just fucking sublime. The cinematography, some of the stuff they're doing in it is outrageous. It's brilliant. But I just watched John Wick there. I had John Wick was on, and he was speaking freely. His character, the dialogue was coherent.
Yeah.
He's turned into this sort of William Shatner tribute act. Yeah. And can you and he's kind of breaking up his speech. I don't know what's going on with him. He doesn't speak like that in real life. I don't know what is happening.
Sometimes he would do that. Sometimes they'd do that occasionally in films.
It's as if he's not a native English speaker.
Yeah, it's broken English. Yeah, it sounds
it's
broken
weird
at
as fuck.
times. Yeah,
I'm like, Keanu doesn't speak like that.
I could probably pick out some moments in certain films, definitely from The Matrix where he does that. But I've never regarded him as an outstanding actor. He's a very likeable guy, and he's a great action actor and a funny guy as well.
Yeah.
You know,
he's a brilliant guy too.
And, just a genuinely good guy. And I could watch most of these films, but you're right. I mean,
some of the garbage he's put out.
And I don't
there
think
was one with two girls.
Yeah,
he lets them into the house and they end up tying him up. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What is this?
He's 6'2". These are two Smurfs. He'd fucking snap them.
Yeah.
What is happening here? It's nonsensical. So he's the opposite end.
Yeah.
Of someone like Joaquin who'll go and do like a Joker mainstream, then he'll go off and do.
But I think as long as he
like
has 24 films like this coming out, I think that's what keeps him going. You know, I think if his only option was Marvel and DC and stuff like that,
there's no way.
I think he'd give up acting.
He would become a hip hop act.
You know, and I'm glad he's doing this film. I like the look of it. It's Ari Aster. Put those two together with this studio, not much can go wrong. I don't think anyway.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be a high 80s, maybe mid 90s level movie in Rotten Tomatoes. Could be high 90s if it's
still a while away from its release though, a month or something.
Is it a month away?
I think it said that in the article.
Did they? I'll go back
at the very beginning, I'm pretty sure, where I was reading it.
Scroll
I think I actually read it, but I didn't actually take it in. I think it was the first line, wasn't it? It hits theatres early.
Couple of weeks. No, handful of weeks until
weeks, so we're not far away.
Yeah.
Maybe late April then.
Dean, I was looking at the release schedule of movies. There's some brilliant movies coming out this year. Really, really good movies. Dune Part 2 comes out later in the year.
Wait, yeah.
Even Marvel, some really interesting Marvel stuff coming out. I'm blanking on just now, but there is.
I know that the Secret Invasion web series is coming out shortly.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer drop.
Yeah,
Maybe have to react to that.
I've seen it, John.
Have you?
Yeah.
I will not be reacting to it then. Not looking good?
Not like the look at it, no.
No. I don't even know what it is. Is this Kree shit?
Yeah.
I'm not
Ben Mendelsohn's in it.
Yeah, he's a Kree, isn't he?
Yeah.
Skrull. The
Scree. The Scree.
Yeah, I don't know. Marvel needs something. They need a boot up the ass. Again, what is happening here with this
Captain
shield?
America's ass.
That is America's ass, yes. I'm praying for Tony Mackie. I really am.
Yeah.
He's had to wait.
Yeah.
And wait. And wait.
Let's hope it's good.
better not do him down, man.
Yeah, I know.
Shall I go here? We're going to get the intro again.
Hello. Bye.
You say yes, I say no. You say why.
I don't think this beard's going to last long. I cannot handle the itchiness of it.
Now, Steen, you've got to battle through the itchiness. You've got to. There's a point where you're in that in between stage. You're in the George Michael designer stubble stage, and it does itch like a bitch. But you can get, if you can just get through it, give it another week, and it'll all be fine.
This is coming off.
And you can look like Joaquin Phoenix in the poster. I've got photographs of me in my mid-20s where I looked like Joaquin Phoenix when he was kidding on. He was a hip-hop artist. And I really do look back to those times and think, what the fuck was going through your mind, mate? You're taking like fucking, what is it called? I always forget the name of this shit, this fish shit. It's like stuff that helps the face remain keep its flexibility. No, it's another thing. Keeps its flexibility. I've not took it in fucking like a year. I don't know why I'm saying I'm taking it. But there was a point when I was taking it.
Yeah.
I was in my mid-20s. I looked like that free of charge and I was covering it up with a fucking beard like this. It was like fucking Timothy Spall and the feeder scene.
John, you talk about Keanu Reeves and guys like Johnny Depp who look older when they shave. It's weird.
To be fair, I don't.
It's
I actually
weird.
do. I don't look that old.
No, you're a lot younger, John.
I do look a lot younger, to be fair. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Depp looks like an old lady.
He does.
It's weird. Get
they
the beard
they
back
look younger
on, man.
with a beard.
Yeah.
Keanu scared me when he shaved for Bill and Ted. He
looked
old.
He looks like the Mummy before he's fully regenerated. No, that kind of. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. There's still things going on.
Yeah, he's got a long face.
Kind of. Yeah,
why the long
holes,
face? Yeah.
Shit like that. Yeah. It's not your man.
Mr. Krabs.
Yes, we're going to end this. This is just fucking. This is going on and on and on.
Mr. Krabs came up on the screen.
Mr. Krabs came up on the screen, man. Blame them.
Yeah,
what was your thoughts on the early reactions of Beau is Afraid? Incidentally, I used to call Beau Boo. I used to think it was Boo until I was told by someone, Boo? What the fuck are you talking about? It's Beau. You fool. What's your thoughts on Beau's afraid? Beau, je m'appelle Beau. Beau. What's your thoughts on Beau's Afraid? Daily reactions. Are you excited for this movie? It's getting called The Demented Odyssey. Freudian.
German, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a German philosopher, wasn't it? These philosophers, I'm telling you, fucking German ones to be exact, filling Hitler's head with pish. To be fair, they didn't. Hitler's head was full of pish. He completely fucking took the words out of context. Who was it who says that? I think it was Ricky Gervais came up with that in a comedic stand-up show. It was brilliant. Basically him fucking shouting, "Don't kill the Jews, please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't use my words out of context." That was Adolf Hitler. Man was a fucking absolute screwball. I digress. Freudian, what's your thoughts on it? People are waxing lyrical about it, but they're saying that it scared them as well, and it may take 2-3 months to recover. Are you excited for it? Are you going to go and watch it in IMAX? What's your thoughts and early reactions? Is it the most demented turn yet? Have you seen it? You lucky fuck. Maybe you can tell us down below in the comments what your thoughts are on it. Regardless of what you do, like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. That's probably the most important thing you can do after watching this. I fucking don't know why you would want to subscribe.
After I called you a lucky fuck.
That's all the reason you should subscribe. Anyone that watches Barstool Sports, the man that reviews the pizzas, one bite, you know the rules.
Oh, I love that.
This guy shouts abuse at everybody.
Yeah.
And there's little kids shouting stuff at him out of cars, and he's like, "That's right," and then he fucking proceeds to swear and stuff like that. That guy's doing well.
Yeah.
He doesn't mince his words. He swears at people all the time. Why should I be any different? Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notifications straight to your eyeballs. Do the same thing over on Twitch. Follow button, notifications button over there to see us talking the biggest load of shite over there as well. Well, I'm speaking for me, not Stephen. Regardless of what you do, thank you for watching. Me and Stephen are done. Bye-bye. Need to mute it. I've not got the stream deck. I'll mute it manually. There we go. Bye-bye.